This video talks through how the rec tourney works here at Noblesville United. You should receive a link. You've received a link probably at this point with a link to the tournament. Obviously, each year a new tourney is set up with different teams. You can find your schedule by simply selecting one of the options, and you will see a list of teams in that tournament. I'm going to go to a different one that has maybe more teams in it. Um, and this year, what we have is a TBD team that are the teams that are going to end up in the championship game. So as you look at the schedule, it works the same way all your schedules worked in the system. You have your team names, fields you'll play on, time you'll play, etc. At the top, um, a win, if you win your game, is worth 3 points. Whoever's the most points, the top two teams with the most points go on to the championship game. A loss is worth 0, and a draw or a tie is worth 1. So, obviously, winning both your games that you'll play before the tournament or in the tournament gives you the best chance of making the championship game. But in some cases, that's not enough. To get 6 points is the best thing you can do. Sometimes, though, you'll need to go to the tiebreakers. So I want to show you those real quick. The tiebreakers are head to head in the tournament. So whoever won the game in the tournament against each other gets to move forward. Tournament goals against. So basically the team who, if you both have 6 points, but your goals against, let's say you had two shutouts, you will move forward as a better defensive team. We're trying to encourage defense instead of running up the score. In years past, sometimes the rules were who had the most goal differential, and so teams would score 8 goals to beat teams 8-0. There's no need to do that anymore in the tournament. It does not matter. We want these games to be competitive, and it's your job as a coach to make these games competitive. So if you got a lead and it's 3-0, put those defenders to forwards, change at your goalkeeper, do all that kind of stuff, right? Because ultimately it does not matter. You're just trying to play good defense. The third tiebreaker is regular season head to head. So if you played in the regular season, which you absolutely did, what happened, and depending on those results, that's what happens. Who had the most wins during the regular season? Who had the least goals against? So again, if you're a better defensive team, it's more important than being a team who scores a lot of goals. And then finally, we get into goal differential. And goal differential is the number of goals you scored versus the number of goals you gave up. So if you scored 3 goals but you gave up one, your goal differential will be +2. And then if absolutely it's needed, we have a penalty shootout that will occur. I don't think we'll ever get there, and that's the point. We don't want a penalty shootout. We want it to be decided based on the tournament results and the regular season. We played plenty of games at this point, 8, 9 games, so we should basically be able to understand who the better teams are and move them forward based on their results. So that is the way that will work. Um, Scoring wise and putting on the scores, referees are going to be told to put scores in. If for some reason you don't feel like that's going to happen, we hope to have a board member available at the concession stand who can then input the scores of the game for you into the system. So we're not giving you the password to put in your own scores. That could lead to some disputes. So we just want to make sure that the scores go in properly, and we'll make sure that gets done. And then notify the teams who are going to be in the championship games on Sunday once results are through. So in this particular division, we should know by about 3 o'clock, maybe 3:30, who the teams are who will play on Sunday at 3:10. So about a 24-hour notice. So that is how the tournament works. Thanks so much for everything you do.